Now guys, here the terms W1, W2 and W3 represents. W1 stands for weight of empty dish. W2 stands for W1 plus weight of wet soil, and W3 stands for W1 plus weight of dry soil. The question from this formula are not asked that much, but still we need to know in case. The next method guys we are talking about is sand bath method. Sand bath method. Sand bath method is not that of an important method guys. We just need to know that it is a method used to calculate the water content of the soil. Third method is alcohol method. In this method, methylated spirit is used and mixed with the soil, and then the soil is ignited. This method is generally not used for the organic soil, because in this type of method there is no control on the temperature. Hence the points to be remembered in this method is: first, methylated spirit is used, and second point to remember is not used for organic soils. The third method here guys is calcium carbide method. So in this method guys, 6 gram of sample is kept in a moisture tester and mixed with the calcium carbide powder. The things which we have to remember for calcium carbide method is that soil is mixed with calcium carbide second, acetylene gas is produced. And third point to remember from this method is it is very fast, but not accurate. The next method we are going to talk about, guys, is radiation method. The points we need to remember about the radiation method, that it is the only method which is in situ method, meaning it is the only method that can be performed on site only, and the radioactive material which is used in this method is cobalt 60. This material which is radioactive is used in the radiation method to find the water content. The next method is pycnometer method. Pycnometer method is the most important method of all the above method. Most of the questions that are asked for finding the water content, means how to find the water content, pycnometer method is the method which is asked very commonly. Pycnometer method consists a bottle of capacity of 900 ml. If the specific gravity is known, we can find the water content by the pycnometer method by using the following formula, which is W2 minus W1 upon W3 minus W4 G minus 1 upon G minus 1 200. Here G, which I am writing, is true specific gravity, and the terms with W1, W2, W3 and W4 represents, W1 represents empty weight of the container, W2 represents weight of the pycnometer plus weight of solids, W3 represents weight of solids plus weight of container plus weight of water, and W4 represents weight of container plus weight of water. We will write this down here, or we will see it after only. The easy trick that I want to tell you to remember this formula is, we can see here, guys, W1. So if we start anti-clockwise cycle from this W1, here we can see that W1, W2, W3 and W4. So here is a easy trick to remember this formula. We have to just start writing from here, W1, W2, W3 and W4 anti-clockwise, and this part is we have to remember. So by using the pycnometer method, we can also find the specific gravity of the soil also. It is also a important question that are asked in the examination, that how can we find the specific gravity of the soil using the pycnometer method. The procedure is same as the water content, but the formula is little bit different. For the specific gravity to find from the pycnometer method, the formula is given as W2 minus W1 upon 2 minus W1 minus W3 minus W4. This is the formula from which we can find the specific gravity through pycnometer method. So here are all the methods from which we can find the water content of the soil. Now we will see how to find the unit weight of the soil. To determine the unit weight of the soil, also there are different methods from which we can find the unit weight of the soil. We will only see the in situ unit weight methods. So the different methods which can be used to determine the unit weight of the soils are core cutter method, second is sand replacement method, third is water displacement method, and the last one is rubber balloon method. So these are the four methods from which we can find the unit weight of the soil. From these four methods, the water displacement method is the only method which is a lab method. Water displacement method is the only method which can be performed in lab only, and the remaining three are the methods which can be performed at site only. So guys, basically if we represent it dramatically, it should be look like this. centimeter will be the diameter, 13 centimeter height, this will be the dolly of height 2.5 centimeter. The volume of the core cutter is 1000 ml always. The formula which is used to calculate the dry density or the bulk density from the core cutter method is the basic formula which we gonna use to calculate the dry density or bulk density from core cutter method is gamma D is equals to gamma B upon 1 plus water content. This formula is also very important as many numericals are come from this formula also. I have seen previous year questions from this formula, guys. So it is a very important formula to remember. But this is the basic formula which we used in the core cutter method, and the specific formula which came from this formula only. To calculate the dry density is gamma D is equals to W2 minus W1 upon 1 plus water content. So if the question is asked for the core cutter method and the weights are given, we will use this formula W2 minus W1 upon 1 plus water content, whereas W1 represents weight of empty core cutter and W2 represents weight of core cutter with soil. So it is simple as this, guys, but both the formulas are important, and we should be remembering this formula. Also the dimensions of the dolly and the core cutter, it may also be helpful in the examination. The next important method is sand replacement method. The formula which is utilized to find the dry unit weight is same as the core cutter method for the sand replacement method. The basic formula which we used in the core cutter method is gamma D is equals to gamma B on 1 plus water content will be the same for the sand replacement method, and from this formula we can find the water content in sand replacement method also. So that's it for today, guys. Here we are ending today's lecture, as we have completed the properties of soil today. From the next video we will see the consistency of the soil. So for any suggestion, guys, please comment down below. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.